What's going on, everybody? I need you guys to go check out my channel and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that button, and hit that notification bell while you're at it, ladies and gentlemen. EGTV, you already know. And if you're on your phone, it's even easier. Press that like button for me. And you know what? Subscribe while you're still here. And big up to everybody watching. Check out most of my content. I'll be throwing out more content every single day. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's TheKidEG. I don't know what happened to that image, but yeah, it's TheKidEG, and we're here for the Sheffield United versus Arsenal preview. And I got myself a Sheff United fan. Yes, it's HAL from the SheffUnitedWay. You guys already know what it is. And it's Egal from EGTV. Thank you guys for watching so early in the morning on a Saturday, especially at the same time as the Man City game. So if you guys are watching, special shout out to you guys watching. So we're going to be going through the game. We're going to be going through everything about Sheffield United, learn more about Sheffield United, learn more about HAL himself and his whole journey with YouTube. And we're going to get into the game, figure out who the favorites are, who the underdog is, obviously, and who is most likely to score if someone scores from Sheffield United, and how their season's been going. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. And also, after 20 minutes, I'll be opening the lines. The link is already in the description, so you guys can call in after 20 minutes. So let's get started. And also, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, EGTV, go do that. I need you guys to subscribe because I'm seeing that only 50% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So there's about 50% of you guys who are not subscribed. So that's about maybe 400 to 500 people every video that are not actually subscribed to the channel. So do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And put that like button in the like button. Click that like button. But how? I'm going to throw it over to you. I want you to explain to me, how did you become a Sheffield United fan? And do you live in Sheffield?
No, I've never lived in Sheffield. I'm just a Glory supporter. My mum is from Sheffield. My dad went to Sheffield University. He met my mum there. And when I was a kid, I asked him who I should support, and he said Sheffield United. So that's who I support.
Wow. Wow. So it was passed down from the family. Okay. And you never lived in Sheffield once, but you've been to games, correct?
Oh, yeah, been to every game. I've been to seasons where I've gone to every game, home and away. But I actually live in Buckinghamshire. I'm much closer to Arsenal. I've been to lots of games at Highbury and the Emirates, isn't it, the new stadium? So, yeah, I've been to more games at Highbury because I was definitely much more into football back in the 90s when football was football. And, Bruce Rioch was a, proper manager, good old days.
Okay. And then let me ask you this. Sheff United, you guys are having a difficult season, and that might be an understatement to say that, but you have been having a difficult season. You've seen your manager resign in the middle of the season or part ways. How are you feeling right now going into this game? How are you feeling about the season? And did you expect this going into the season after last season when you guys were comfortably staying up?
Look at this. Got my match day program. I've still been supporting the club in the only way that I kind of can, which is, we'll go that way, buying all the horrendous shirts this season and buying the programs for every game. Had I known the season was going to be like it is, I probably wouldn't have done that because it has been, as you guys would say in the North of America, a dumpster fire of a season. I've absolutely hated it. I can't wait till the season is over. Let's just get relegated. Let's get out of this Premier League. I don't like the Premier League. I don't like VAR. I don't like how I have not been able to go to games. Obviously, that's nothing to do with the Premier League. That is the coronavirus. Yeah. No, we didn't expect this. The last time I went to a game was March of last year. We just beat Norwich at home, 1-0, and we were, I think, fifth, just like 4 points off fourth, and looking to get obviously into Europe. After the break, we came back. All our players looked unfit and sluggish and tired, and we were rubbish. And we've been continually rubbish. And of course, we had this crest of a wave of getting promotion from League One to the Championship to the Premier League, and winning breeds success. And we just only knew winning. There are players in this squad who only know success, and this is the first season where it's gone wrong. It's also the first season Chris Wilder ever had, finishing lower than his previous season. And you're right to say he did resign. He tried to resign twice, and eventually they just had to accept it.
Wow. Yeah, so it was a parting of the ways, but it felt like more of a resignation.
Yeah, I think parting of the ways is actually a very good way to put it.
Yeah. So It's a PR masterclass by the club, because if they would have said he resigned, you guys would have been up in arms, of course, right? So,
Well, it's better than sacking him, because we'd have been up in arms if they'd sacked him, because we love Chris Wilder. He's one of ours.
yeah, it's. I would say he is like what he's been able to do with you guys is similar to what Son Dyche has been able to do with Burnley, but with a much more appealing footballing style.
Well,
right?
it's arguably bigger, because we were fourth from bottom in the third division when Chris Wilder took over. Burnley under Sean Dyche were in the Championship,
Wow.
so it's even bigger, and we still got the same players. You look back at that first game where he took over, and we've still got 6 of those players that are still playing regularly in the Premier League from the third division. Yeah, we've got John Fleck. Who else would we have? Jack O'Connell, Chris Basham, Billy Sharp. We've still got Simon Moore. We've still got, who else have we got in the?
Is Lundstrom from that time?
Yes, Lundstrom's a good shout. Yeah, there's one more who I can't remember, but
you're telling me Lundstrom is from that time? He was being linked to Arsenal,
Yeah, he's not good enough for Arsenal. Yeah, we signed him from Oxford, and we've done pretty well to keep hold of quite a lot of these players that have been with us for a long time. George Baldock's been on the journey with us. Ender Stevens. It's David McGoldrick. These are free transfers from other League One or Championship sides. They shouldn't be playing in the Premier League. Last season they were better than the sum of their parts. We massively overachieved, and this season it's all caught up with us. We haven't had the key components. Like, we lost Dean Henderson, just a massive goalkeeper for us. Last season he's amazing. Probably be England's number 1. We only sort of scored a goal a game last season, but we weren't letting any in, so we were winning games 1-0. And this season, we're letting loads of goals in, and we're not scoring, which is just the worst combination.
Are you blaming Aaron Ramsdale, the downgrade from?
He'll be our player. No, he'll be our player of the season. Aaron Ramsdale. Okay. He's been particularly recently exceptional. It's not his fault. The defence isn't there. So Jack O'Connell's been injured all season. John Egan's been out most of the season. Chris Basham's injured. Those are our 3 at the back. We call them the Pistons. Without them, we look hopeless. We've been playing ho 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 Keane Bryan instead of Jack O'Connell. I love Keane Bryan, but he's not quite Premier League standard. So it's been tough. We've been using kind of backup players.
Yeah, I just realized the video is not monetized, so I'm gonna go fix that. But in the meanwhile, could you do me a favor? Could you let people know about your channel? Let them know a little bit more about Sheff United and what's going on with your season.
Of course.
Oh, I got it on myself. So there you go.
There you go. Yeah, of course. So the Sheff United Way, even if you're not a Sheff United fan, you might think, well, why do I want to watch that channel? What do I care? We get interviews with former players, some of whom have played for Arsenal. So you could check out the Sheff United Way. We'd absolutely love it. We do watch-alongs as well. We'll be doing a watch-along for the Arsenal game. We've also got Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV joining us at 5:30 live today to preview the game. So do check us out. We'd really appreciate that. Also, I've got a podcast called Once Upon a Time on the Pitch, which is an audio podcast you can get from anywhere you get your podcasts. The reason I'm mentioning that on this channel is it's interviews with former players, the likes of Vinnie Jones, Chris Kamara, but also Gary Lineker. And Gary Lineker tells a fascinating story about when he left Barcelona and how he tried to engineer a move to Arsenal, which didn't end up happening. Obviously, he went to Tottenham Hotspur instead, but you can hear how he tried to move to Arsenal, and most fascinating, why it didn't happen. And I think for Arsenal fans, that is something you will really, really get a lot out of, and also might explain sometimes why he's a little salty when he talks about Arsenal, because I think he really did want to play for a George Graham Arsenal side, and I think that would have been absolutely fantastic to watch. So that's called Once Upon a Time on the Pitch, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, that was perfect. You can still hear me, right? Loud and clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So people in the chat, I want you guys to throw in your questions for HAL, because we only have them from another 10 minutes. Any crucial questions you need to know about Sheff United, put it in the chat right now, because we got the expert here with us, HAL. First things first, HAL. Who is Sheff United's top goal scorer?
David McGoldrick, who couldn't buy a goal last season. This season, he's been scoring, but the rest of the team hasn't. It's the exact opposite of last season.
Okay. McGoldrick loves to go against Chelsea, Arsenal, and has he scored against Spurs? But it was disallowed.
He did score against Spurs and it was disallowed. Yeah, it was a perfectly good goal. Nothing wrong with it. That was the most ridiculous decision of all time. Yeah, I hate VAR.
Yeah, it was the Lundstrom
Mm.
shoulder offside. I remember.
Yeah, but weird thing about that goal is Lundstrom. First of all, it was his little toe or whatever. It was offside. However, he wasn't the guy who crossed the ball in. So for the goal, he crossed the ball in. Eric Dyer cleared it. Tottenham got it back. We then won it back, and Ender Stevens on the left crossed it in, and McGoldrick scored. None of them were offside. So it was the first phase, but Tottenham had already won it back. And I've never really seen a VAR decision like that ever again. And we would have beaten Spurs at whatever the hell their new stadium's called.
Yeah, they're gonna call it the Amazon Stadium soon because Amazon's
really.
Yeah.
Ah, brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a stupid name.
Yeah, because right now, what is it called? The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Yeah, that's what it's called right now.
You get a partridge shrug. There's only one lane, and that's Bramall Lane.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's get it. Now, continuing on to the actual coronavirus, how do you think it has affected your home and away form this season?
Oh, massively, because our fans are really loud. We make such a difference. Arsenal know all about that. You know, I can think of the last three times
last year. Yeah.
Yeah, but Arsenal often lose at Bramall Lane. In the last time we were in the Premier League before 2006-07, we beat Arsenal 1-0. Christian Nade scoring a fantastic goal. Phil Jagielka was in goal for us. He still couldn't score. Beat you in the cup in 96. 96 was an FA Cup third round game. Carl Veert, our Australian striker, beating a very strong Arsenal side that day. And of course, Lys Mousset scoring last season in a well-deserved victory. Our fans turn defeats into draws and draws into wins. We're the 12th man. We make a huge difference. So without the fans, that's been incredible. It's probably been us and Liverpool who felt that the most.
True. Now, what's it like? What's it like when it comes down to your team? Has it felt like this whole experience has just been like Football Manager? You guys have come up, and it's like now you're like, you know what? I'm just sick and tired of this game, and you drop down one level. That's how it's gone, right?
It was like someone went into the Football Manager editor and changed our players' potential ability so that they were League One players and they suddenly became far better when they got in the Premier League. Players like John Lundstrom, who he wasn't even really a part of our team that got promoted. He was a fringe player. And then he had to play in the Premier League because we lost Mark Duffy, who was our sort of superstar in the Championship. But we got rid of him because he wanted a new contract, and Chris Wilder doesn't accept players asking for more money. He will decide when you get.
I have to ask you about one player. Arsenal's heavily linked to him. You probably know who I'm talking about. Sander Berge. He's also linked to Man City. How good is he, and how could he help us if we did sign him?
Controversial opinion, but we started playing poorly when we signed Sander Berge. He is a record signing. He was one that Chris Wilder didn't scout. He was one that was recommended to Wilder, and I think Wilder took a bit of convincing. He didn't really fit our system. We didn't need him. We already have Ollie Norwood, so we had to find a new position. So Sander Berge plays in a deep-lying playmaker role, in a three in the middle. That's his sort of ideal place to play. We weren't going to drop Ollie Norwood, so it was a case of, right, we've got Fleck on the left and Lundstrom on the right. So Lundstrom was the man who missed out, and that really upset Lundstrom, and that's why Lundstrom has sort of said, well, I want away now. So Lundstrom is going to leave us at the end of the season. Sander Berge has been injured since November, so we haven't really seen much of him this season. Last season, he took a long time to settle, and I remember that last game I spoke to you about before that I went to against Norwich. He was dropped for that game. Lundstrom came back in, played really, really well, and I think he found it hard to get used to the English game. We will probably sell Sander Berge for a lot of money. I don't know. He's not injury prone at all. He's picked up his first injury in his young career, which is just an injury that could happen to anyone. Just a sort of hamstring off the bone. Nasty, nasty injury. It's taken a long time to recover from it. I doubt we'll actually play him this season. Same with Jack O'Connell. Just because we want them to get back to full fitness. But Sander Berge, fine. You know, in a team like Arsenal, he'll probably really shine. We've seen glimpses against Tottenham at home, against Chelsea at home last season. He looked absolutely incredible, like the player we all thought we were going to. He
destroyed us that game. Was it in the FA Cup? Was he playing in the FA Cup? I felt like he was.
Yeah, the game that you won at Bramall Lane, I remember that one. Yeah, he played very well that day.
Yeah, he really did well that day. And to me, the eye opener for him is he's just such a big guy. He's such a unit in the midfield, and we lack the people with the mobility, the technical skills on the ball, with the physicality and size that he has. So I feel like he was a perfect signing for a technical attacking team. But when Sheff United signed him, it came from left field. I was flabbergasted. I was like, you know what? This is amazing for you guys, and it just didn't work out. It's crazy how it doesn't work out sometimes. But yeah, we got some people here who want to call in and ask you some questions. So we're gonna go to Kirsten first. Kirsten, what are you saying, man? He's a Manchester United fan. He wanted to call in, ask a question to Hal. Kirsten, what do you got to say to Hal?
I want to say I'm very happy Sheffield United are getting relegated because every time we play Sheffield United, VAR gives them something and they end up winning or drawing the game. I hate Sheffield United, and I'm very happy to get relegated, unfortunately.
That's not
really
nice,
a question. It's just a statement. It's happened twice. Yeah, we had Ollie McBurney getting a goal against you in the 3-3, which could have been given as a handball. Wouldn't be a handball this season, but you're quite right. That could easily have been disallowed. In a game, I think, over the piece, we deserved to win. And at Old Trafford, you were very unlucky. There's 2 decisions there which you should have got, absolutely.
And one question I do have, though, is with Rhian Brewster. In the Championship at Swansea last season, I felt he could come to Liverpool and be the next big thing, and then he was sold to Sheffield United. Do you think there's a particular reason he hasn't hit the ground running?
Rhian Brewster, that's a good question. Well, it's possible that Rhian Brewster isn't the player that a lot of people think he is. He hasn't looked great. He's been very unlucky because he hasn't really started many games. His shots have almost all been from outside the edge of the area, when I think he's probably more of a box player that will take chances, but he's actually had to drop deep to make things happen because we just don't create. And I think he's grown up probably in a Liverpool academy where he's had a lot of players around him that are attack-minded and can create. We create on average 1 chance a game, and if that doesn't fall to you, there's not a lot you can do. He needs players around him to help him. So next season, I think he'll do well in the Championship. He proved with Swansea, he scored a goal every other game with them. 22 games, 11 goals. So, yeah, he'll probably be fine in the Championship. It's maybe been just a step too far in a struggling team. The last thing he needed for his Premier League bow.
Yeah. I didn't know the beef between the 2 Uniteds were this deep. Like,
no, it's not that.
There isn't one. I don't have any beef with Manchester United.
I just don't like Sheffield United, man. I just don't.
You don't like Sheffield United for 2 games. I think over the course of my entire life, there's been very little.
In my lifetime, I think we faced Sheffield United about twice in the Premier League. So. No, it would have been it would have been 4 times. 4 times. Yeah, 4 times. It would have been 4 times.
You won twice. And you've won once convincingly last year after coronavirus happened.
So we won twice. We've won twice.
And you've lost twice.
No, we've lost once and drawn once.
Oh, okay. So then why? I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I can pick out an incident at Old Trafford in 06-07 where Luton Shelton was fouled in the area by Gabriel Heinze, and the referee didn't give a blatant penalty, but. I don't begrudge Manchester United. That is a decision that a referee made. So my beef is with that referee rather than Manchester United.
The Sheffield United agenda that I've got is too deep, man.
It's based on 2 games.
We're in too deep now. I can't go back. We're in too deep now.
Kirsten,
I wish you well with that.
Yo, Kirsten, make sure you subscribe to Hal's channel. The Sheff United Way.
I'll be on the watch.
He's gonna have the guys on tonight. What?
I mean, I bought my nephew a load of Manchester United stuff. He loves Man United, so I have no gripes with Man United.
No, man, that guy's a regular, man. He's usually very calculated with his questions. I didn't know there was that much hatred for Sheff United.
There isn't. He's literally just made that up. There's no hatred at all.
Yeah, but when it comes down to it, what's your prediction for today's game?
I'll tell you one thing I could pick, actually, by the way. Manchester United stole United. So Sheffield United had the tag of United for many, many years before. We're the first ever United. And every team that's called United took it from Sheffield United. So we could have a bit of beef with Manchester United for taking that, especially as people now.
United.
Sheffield United is the first United. But people call Manchester United just United, but that's us. And by the way, if anyone calls us Sheffield, I have no respect for their opinion on not just football, anything. I will never listen to them on any subject, no matter what it is. We could be in an elevator that's crashing to the ground, and they could give me some great advice as to how I'll live. But if they've already called my team Sheffield, I'll just die in that elevator. I will not listen to them, and I will remain that stubborn. Prediction, I think we will lose. We will lose probably 6-0. We will not score. We will not have many chances. Arsenal, great at the moment. 42 points, I would love. but Arsenal will win fairly comfortably. We're awful. I can't wait for the season to be over.
But you do realize, Arsenal fans, we will tell you that our season has been terrible. Your team is probably set up perfectly to play us. You're going to be physical.
No.
You're going to be angry. You're going to be moving around. You're going to be fighting for respect with the remaining games of your season, knowing that you're most likely going to be relegated. You're still going to be fighting for respect. And the fact that we're playing away from home as Sheff United, I know there's not going to be any fans, but our players are still going to have Europa League in their mind. They're going to have that equalizer that they conceded against whatever that team's name is. I forget right now. Slavia Prague.
Prague, yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to have that in their mind. And you know what? We switch off defensively. But guess what? Some of the most negative Arsenal fans that are even picking us to lose or draw this game.
It's not going to happen. We just don't create chances. We don't really score goals. So even if Arsenal don't have a particularly good day, I still think I'm fairly convinced Arsenal will win. We've got too many injuries. Too many key players are out. If we had our full strength side and fans in the ground, we'd probably nick it 1-0, but we don't. So it's just not going to happen. We're just literally coasting to the end of the season, and a lot of our players don't look up for it, like John Lundstrom.
All right, man. Hal, honestly, thank you for your time. I genuinely appreciate it. You've been great. And guys, don't forget to check out Hal's channel. Let me just remove this so you guys can see the link. Yeah, it's at the SheffUnitedWay. And if you go to the community page, I put the link to his channel there, so you guys can go check that out. I think you're on what? 12,000? How is it? How many?
Yeah, we want to get to 1 million by the end of today. That would be great. So if you could just help us out with that, thanks. And Egal, always a pleasure. Look, it's probably going to be a long time.
He said he hates your team, but he's picking you guys to win 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, he's all over the place. But Egal, I've no idea when we'll play each other again. So who knows when I'll be back doing one of these with you. But we often draw Arsenal in the cup, so maybe that.
Hey, even if we don't draw in the cup, we'll probably link up just for the fun of it.
Excellent. Go Raptors.
There you go. Have a good one, Hal. Have a good one.
You too, buddy.
Peace.
Bye, mate.
Later. Yeah, guys, that was Hal. Big up to Hal for coming on. And yeah, so this is pretty much it for the stream. If you guys want to jump on in and throw some questions at me, we can throw some questions at me. Throw some questions in the chat right now, and we can just go through some questions. As you guys already heard, he said Sander Berge is not injury prone. He had one injury in his career, and that was pretty much it. The link is already in the chat. If you guys can see, the link is already in the chat. You guys can jump right back in, and we can get this conversation going. We already got Kirsten in the house. Yo, Kirsten, what are you saying?
I'm good, man. But the question I wanted to ask for you is, with the way your strikers have been playing lately, the likes of Aubameyang and the Lacazette,
yeah,
is it now time to, with Balogun signing the new contract, or Martinelli, is it time to start one of them and give them a chance in the Premier League? Because
did you say Balogun?
Yeah, I said Balogun.
Nah, Balogun's not starting this game, man. Balogun, he's going to get eased in next season.
Yeah, so Martinelli then. Would you not say...
Martinelli should start?
For me, when I look at it, if Arteta, like he says, plays players on merit, Lacazette...
jump on. Send the link is in the chat. Jump on.
If we're playing players on merit, Lacazette doesn't deserve to start simply because of that miss. He doesn't deserve to now start. Aubameyang, he doesn't deserve to start. So for me, it's got to be Martinelli this time, man.
Bro, he knew the moment he did this, his career at Arsenal was finished.
Bro, I tweeted something out, yeah. I said someone show Lacazette this video of Rashford scoring a goal. It's called composure, mate. It's called composure. He has no composure.
Bro, Martinelli could have finished that.
Yeah, maybe. Oh no, maybe.
Yeah,
but for me,
why are you picking Sheff United to win? You heard how he said they're struggling. They're most likely going to lose by like 4 or 5 goals.
Bro, I said the same thing when we played Sheffield United and they beat us. And the thing is, though, they deserved to beat us. We were unlucky with VAR decisions, but Sheffield United deserved to beat us. So on their day, they can play decent. And the form Arsenal are on, I just don't trust them with anything, man. I wouldn't trust Arsenal with anything, bro. I wouldn't trust them to hold my Oyster card. That's how bad. Bro. Can't trust this team, man. So,
yeah, you guys are hilarious. All right. What about Okay, so let's see. The team that was playing last game was Lacazette, Saka, Willian, Smith Rowe, Partey, Xhaka, Cedric, Holding, Gabriel, Bellerin. How many of these guys are going to play in this next game?
I think Leno will obviously start. I think Chambers might come in for Bellerin this time because I feel Arteta, he will either play Bellerin or Cedric against Slavia in the second leg. I don't think Chambers has a look in there. The centre backs, there's no David Luiz, so you
Man
could
said
go
3-1 Sheffield United, This guy, Samuel, you're absolutely on. You've lost it. You've absolutely lost it.
When we look at it, Gabriel, I think I think he might be rested. And I think Pablo Mari might come in to play with Holding because remember when you went on that little run, it was Pablo Mari and Holding that were, doing well at centre back. So I think it might be those two. Obviously, at left back, I would go Saka at left back, man. Cedric is shocking, absolutely shocking.
Yo, Cams is making a debut. Yo, Cams, have you never come on the channel? Hello? Hello, Cams. Yo, Kirsten, can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Yeah, why can't I hear Cams? For some reason,
he's not talking.
Yeah, yo, say something. Oh, he's gone. All right. Yo, that was. He became shy for a second. He's always in the chat doing loudness, but I don't think that was the same.
For me, the big thing today, I don't think it's against Sheffield United. I don't think it's the defense. I think it's the midfield, and it's do you give Xhaka a rest? Do you give Partey a rest? It depends because these are two players I don't rate. I'll get that out of the way firstly, but these are your two best midfielders. For me, undisputedly, your two best midfielders who are available. I'm not counting Odegaard. So, do you give them a rest and play El Neni or something, or play Ceballos, or do you just play Xhaka? It just depends on what you want to do.
I think you don't. You definitely don't play Ceballos, but do you drop Partey for El Neni?
Partey's performance against Slavia is a droppable performance, but I don't know if it will be dropped. He won't be dropped. He'll be rested. If I don't believe Arteta will drop him.
Drop, rest. It's just a different way to say he's not going to be playing.
All right, cool.
Yo, what are you saying, Cams? You're on mute.
Yo. Can you hear me?
Up to you? Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think we'll win 5-0.
Oh, no.
I know you said that. Yeah, I know you said we're going to win 5-0. But what makes you think that after seeing the performances?
Nah, they're just really bad. They're really bad.
Slavia are really bad.
Yeah, and we just
Sheffield. They're so bad, man.
All right, yo, let's go through our predicted lineup right now. 1 second. Let's go through our predicted lineup. So goalkeeper we know is going to be Leno, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I would start Matt Ryan.
What? You'd swap for Matt Ryan? Why?
Leno's been horrible the last few games. He deserves to be dropped, in my opinion. Especially for this game.
For Matty Ryan? For Matty Ryan? Really?
I don't think Matt Ryan's going to play, bro.
Nah, but it's against Sheffield. I think he deserves to start after Leno's poor performances.
I see where you're coming from, but Arteta has shown that he's going to persevere with Leno. Like, even with the thing with letting Martinez go, he's shown that Leno is his number one and he's going to continue to be his number one.
Let's just tell everybody what we're doing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going through our predicted 11 that we're going to be facing with against Sheffield United. Does that make sense? With the team that we're going to be using to face Sheffield United, right?
So the predicted
Sahal's here also. Yeah, so the predicted lineup. So Sahal's here also. So Matt Ryan or Leno. For me, I think Leno is going to start just because he's the number one. And you know what? Arteta's being strict with his team selection.
Yeah, I think Leno will start 100%.
Okay, now question: do you go with Bellerin or Chambers?
I would go. For me, I think Arteta will go with Chambers. I don't think he should play, but I think Arteta will go with Chambers.
I'm going Chambers.
Yeah, I'm going Chambers.
So
honestly, I don't know what's gonna do. It probably will be. I got a feeling it might be Bellerin. I got a feeling it might be a shock this week because we had such a bad result. So I think he might do a Bellerin right back, and he might because he needs to change it up. So I think he's gonna do Bellerin in the right back. I got a feeling.
Okay, so Bellerin right back, right? Left back, you have a choice between
I'm going
It's gonna,
Saka.
it's
Cedric,
gonna be
Saka. You could also play Gabriel there and put
no.
Pablo Mari as a left center back. You could also play Saka. So what do you think we're gonna do for the left back role?
I think Cedric is gonna start. I think Saka might start in the Europa League, like and left back.
Yeah, I think he'll rest Saka.
For me, Saka,
Mhm.
he looked. I said it after the Benfica game. Every performance I've seen of him since, he's looked tired. So for me, give him as much rest as possible for the Slavia game, man, because you're gonna need him at 100%.
Yeah. Okay. So left back role, it's between Chambers or Cedric. I'm gonna put Cedric in there just so
What,
he can get more run.
Joe Lopez?
Lopez, I don't think Lopez is gonna play this game, man.
Nah, he won't be in the squad, man. He ain't
You know
making
what?
it.
Lopez,
It might not be. He might do it because this game doesn't really matter if you think about it. He might do it.
He won't just throw a youngster in there, man.
Nah, he probably. You know what?
yo,
I'm
we
not
got
sure if he does,
Algerian
though.
Gunnar in the house. Algerian Gunnar, what's up, man?
What's up, bro? How are you guys?
How you doing? Yeah. So
Yeah,
what we're
good,
doing is we're
good.
doing our lineup. Right now we're on the left back. So we're
Yeah.
arguing between Cedric, Joe
Saka.
Lopez, or Saka.
I think we should just take Joe Lopez out of there.
We
Yeah,
should try we should try the new youngster, yeah, Joe Lopez. I think Arteta should give a go to the youngsters because we have nothing to play for in the Premier League anyway.
Okay.
So he should rest some players for Thursday.
Okay. So if he's gonna rest players, is Pablo Mari gonna start?
Yeah, definitely.
I would go Mari and Holding if I was Arteta. Like when you guys went on that run, it was Mari and Holding at the forefront of the defense. So therefore, why not go back to it? You know they can play well together. So
Cams?
I'll go Gabriel and Holden. Just
Gabriel and
because of the
Holding.
Slavia
Okay.
Prague game. We need
Sahar?
ready.
What's up?
Who's your
It's
two?
gonna be. He might do a shocker again because I don't know, man. It's gonna be. I think we're gonna get full of shocks this week, and because I don't think he cannot keep the same.
Okay, so who is it? Who is it?
As the last.
who else can he play?
It could be. I think it's gonna be Pablo Mari and someone else basically.
Or he's gonna recall Saliba from
Pablo
loan?
Mari and Chambers. Like, what do you think?
It might be Pablo Mari Holding.
Okay, that's not a shock.
That's the most logical
I'm
thing.
saying like
Okay,
he might
for
not
me-
play Gabby and he might not play. You know what? It could be Pablo Mari, even Chambers. It could be like something like that.
Okay, so I'm saying Pablo Mari and Holding are going to be the center back pairing. So we're going to move on. What are we deciding on? Gabriel's rested, guaranteed. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Pablo Mari's in. Who's on the right? Is it going to be Cedric? I mean, is it going to be Chambers or Holding?
You know what? I think
He could play Chambers.
I'd rather give Chambers a chance at right centre back.
Okay.
Because
I think Bellerin is gonna play. I think Bellerin is gonna play as right back, and Chambers will be center back with the pair will be Pablo Mari and Chambers probably.
Okay. So Balogun should have made a surprise top 9. Yeah, should be playing 9. Surprise top 9. That's what this guy's saying. He's being super serious. We'll get there when we get there, mate. We'll get there when we get there. Right now, midfield, Partey was bad last game.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I don't think it was that bad.
No. Let me tell you something. If
Just losing the ball.
Xhaka dropped that level of performance, we'd be cussing him out, saying,
"Bro, Christian, did you watch Shaka? This is what I don't get. Did you watch Shaka that perform? He was
better than Partey.
bro.
Was
he that much better? If
he was better.
He wasn't.
Barely did anything.
He wasn't, bro.
Bro, he literally.
He wasn't.
He literally gave us the goal. He was the one who played the ball
That's
out
a
to
stretch.
That's
Kicked it.
Bro, you give him one little thing, bro. Come on, man. Seriously, Partey did all right. He just that last pass wasn't it?
Okay,
it was bad, but Shaka was
guys.
Everyone
Let's
was
get back
bad
on
that
track.
game.
Let's get back on track. These are the logical choices, okay? You have Partey, you have Danny Ceballos, as you guys like to call him, spinning top, and you have Mohamed El Neni, aka El Neni Pirlo, aka El Neni sideways.
Don't say El Neni Pirlo again.
So
it's gonna be Mohamed El Pirlo, bro. But put some respect.
Where'd Algerian Gunnar go?
I don't know.
Christian, why did he not put respect on his name, bro? It's Mohamed El
Or-
Pirlo.
And then he can't play shit.
I'm joking, man.
You still have a
Get him off
chance.
the screen. He ain't
Azeez.
playing. Get him off the
Nah, he ain't
screen.
playing. He ain't playing.
He ain't playing.
He might
He's-
play, you know.
No,
Honestly,
no.
I would not be shocked. You don't understand. That result was so
Nah,
bad.
he won't play.
Honestly, he might do it. If Arteta does it,
I don't see
will
him
actually
ever
rate
getting a
him.
chance in the league this season. I think he's gonna get
If
eased
he
in
doesn't
next
play
season.
this game, he's not gonna get another chance, bro. The season's over. The Premier League season is over. We can afford to play youngsters everywhere.
Exactly.
Bro, I don't understand what these guys are saying.
No, bro.
I think he
Not
should do
against
it.
Sheffield United, man.
Why
Not
not?
against Sheffield.
Bro,
Now we
Why?
need to win games.
Why
We
not?
have to win
Egal doesn't
games.
get embarrassed. Egal doesn't not want
Hear
to
me
get
out.
embarrassed.
Hear me out. We know Granit Xhaka's gonna start, right?
No, he should not start.
Nah, he
because
shouldn't.
We should rest him for the. He had an injury. He just came back from injury.
Okay,
How
so
are you gonna start him?
Okay, you're gonna drop both midfielders.
Why not?
You're gonna drop
Who
both
cares?
center. You're gonna drop both center backs.
Who cares? What do we got to win, Egal? Tell
We
me.
got nothing to play for
We got
anyway.
nothing
No,
to
but
play
The
for.
league
bro,
is done and dusted. The
Finney's
league is
still in
done.
It's
there.
done and
It's
dusted.
finished.
You're gonna be there
if you
anyways.
make 10 changes, if you make 8
I
changes,
don't care. It doesn't matter. We lost.
It doesn't
You know
matter.
what, Egal?
What are we playing
But
for?
did we do a good performance last weekend? No, we
Alright,
didn't.
cool. Nah,
Listen,
wait.
Look at where we
bro.
are, bro. Swap
Listen, what we
everything,
play.
change everything. Who cares, bro?
You know
If
what we
he's
should
not
do?
gonna
You
get
know what we
ban,
should do?
as you said, why would
You know what we
change
should?
it
Hey,
in the
Sahal,
beginning?
chill out. Hey, chill out.
Sorry, Christian, please, bro. Please, bro. I
Alright.
had enough of you, by the way. And you other fans, bro. Even the Arsenal fans, yeah, with majority of Arsenal fans will actually agree with me, yeah, to change it up because we got nothing to play for. So we need to
Yeah,
listen
it's
to
true.
the majority of the fans, where majority of fans will say, you know what, we don't care. Just play the youngsters. See what they
Sahal,
got.
let me ask you a genuine
Sahal,
question.
it's not
We
that
got
Let me
nothing
ask
to
you a
win. We got nothing to lose.
one second. Sahal, you've spoken a lot. Let me ask Cams and Algerian Gouler. Cams, who's your midfield?
Jack on party. I'll play the
Okay, so
strongest
Cams,
team. So we
Sahal,
can
let him
beat Spurs
finish.
in the cup.
Algerian Gouler, what's your midfield?
I think you should give a go to Azeez with Party. We should try it because you got I forgot the name. As he said, we got nothing to play for in the league anyway. Actually, this game can give some ideas to Arteta for Thursday. You never know. So he should just give a go. Yeah.
For me, I think he should give a chance to Azeez, but realistically, he's not going to. So
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
because
think
we know the
that.
manager doesn't.
realistically, he's not going to.
Yeah,
He
that's
should
true.
switch it up.
to.
He should
Okay.
switch it up. He should,
He's
but
not going to,
is
though.
he?
Okay,
He's not going
so okay, now be on the post. Who's your midfield pairing?
I don't mind playing Azeez because we can give him a start. If things aren't going our way, we can always make a change. Granit Xhaka should not be playing this game. He needs to be rested for the Europa League fixture. But I don't think Azeez can do anything. I don't think he can do anything wrong against a team like Sheffield. If he can't perform against Sheffield, which is like at the bottom of the table, then if we want him to be playing in our team next season, I don't think then that will happen. He'll probably be sent out on loan again or something like that. So the thing is, if he can perform against Sheffield, even like say for 45 minutes, I don't mind him playing out throughout the game and maybe next season becoming one of the first team players.
Okay, right now, who's your pick is Pate and Azeez.
Yeah, I would give them a start because I know El Neni cannot provide anything that can, in the sense that he is not going to be a regular for us next season as well. So we need to find a second regular midfielder who can play alongside maybe Xhaka and Pate after maybe when one is being rested. So I don't mind playing him in that game against Sheffield because Sheffield is at the bottom of the table.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so yeah, moving on. I'm just gonna move this over. So we got a couple more guys here. We got Hassan and everybody. Guys, right now, the debate is: do you play Pate and Xhaka, or do you rest both of them? So, Ads, what are you saying?
Bro, I don't even know. For me, if Partey plays, he's just going to be stranded and just left to do a two-man job like he has been for the past 3 games. So personally, I'd rest him because he's clearly worn out. Like last game, just oh god, he looked so worn out. The last game he played, no, he needs a rest. Him especially, he definitely needs a rest. I think he has been doing his best that he can possible. I think you need a proper midfielder that's just a shade or actually on his level. And Xhaka and anyone else that you put next to him isn't on this level. So yeah, I'd rest Partey completely, to be honest.
Okay, perfect. And then Hassan, same thing.
Yeah, I would agree because I would say that the Europa League, we should focus on the Europa League.
Okay, so
So
Elneny,
best place to play.
let me ask you this. Elneny Ceballos midfield partnership. You think that's going to beat Sheffield United?
That's a calamity.
It's calamitous.
Now we'll
No,
lose.
but then that's the if we're gonna rest Xhaka and Partey, we're gonna play Elneny and Ceballos in the midfield.
Egal, why though? Why
It
Why
should be
not
beating.
give why not give it a chance to the youngsters? That's the thing I
No,
don't
but if
get.
you're
Why
gonna,
not
you're
Egal?
setting him up for failure. If you play
Bro,
Azeez,
we're not setting up. There's nothing to fail on.
bro, man's underwater, you know.
Listen.
Egal, he can't fail.
No,
Listen,
it's probably his
Sheffield,
headphones.
Sheffield are
Probably
so bad. They are so crap. Sorry,
no.
but
I
we should
I
beat them with the
underestimate
youngsters.
Salim.
We should beat them with the youngsters. We
For
should
me,
even
with
beat them with the
I
youngsters.
don't underestimate
for me,
Sheffield, man.
for me with
It's
Azeez,
Premier
he's
League,
gonna
man.
have to play. He's gonna
They
have to
have
play.
been awful, bro. They have been awful this
Yeah,
season.
Azeez is
but
gonna have to
they end
play.
up turning up. They always turn up once in the blue moon, man.
Yeah.
Azeez,
And if they turn up against you and they spunk you, then you're gonna look stupid. That's all I'm gonna say,
bro,
man.
it doesn't
no, but
matter if they
Azeez
do
is
that.
gonna have
It
to
doesn't
play
matter.
sometime. He's gonna have to play.
He has to play,
If-
bro. I don't
if
understand
he's,
this,
you know,
bro. If Sheffield United win against us, what does it change in our season? Nothing. So why are we just risking
I mean,
Bro,
it?
more
it's
banter.
embarrassing.
It's
It is
more
embarrassing.
banter.
Where
And
are you?
and
Egal,
Arteta out will be
that's what you
trending.
care about.
Arteta
That's
out
what
will
you
be
care
trending.
about, bro.
Listen,
Embarrassing is
Arteta's
not
already under pressure. Arteta's already under pressure.
You told me, Egal, you said it on fact on football terrace. It doesn't matter where we end up.
No,
Arteta
but
is the manager
Sahal,
next season.
can I give you a little fact? Can I give you a little fact?
It doesn't matter.
Arsenal's worst ever finish in top flight football is 12th,
Bro,
and you're not far off 12th. If you finish 12th, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, Hassan, listen to me. One sec. Everyone needs to listen to me. Yeah?
Okay, yo, guys.
Wait, one minute, bro, please.
Wait, God, let him finish.
No, we're never gonna end this. We're never. Sahal, I need to end this segment and move on to attack
No,
because
I'm
I don't
gonna
have
be
much
finished
time.
in a minute. I promise, bro.
All right, last thing, and then move on.
Look,
Let him go.
we just said, Egal, you said it. A lot of Arsenal fans have said it. If Arteta fails this season, he will most likely be the manager next season anyway. So what is the purpose of keeping the same team in the beginning? Because if you're not gonna fire him, there's no risk in the beginning. So play the young players, take a risk. He can afford it, and if he can't, then play the strongest team. Then it
And
can't be both ways, bro.
Okay,
All
when
right,
you're
just move
done,
on.
you're done.
Move
Thank
on.
you. Algerian
Egal?
Gunnar, what's your midfield? Algerian Gunnar, what's your midfield again?
Partey and Azeez.
Okay, Cams, you're on mute, bro.
Say that again.
Partey and Azeez. Partey
Wait, what
and
did you say?
Azeez, what's your
Hey,
midfield?
Leeds just scored, by the way. For anyone
Yeah,
who
I
cares.
seen that.
Yeah, Partey and Azeez. Oh my, they're poppers. Yeah, I was good with that.
Okay. Sahal, are you okay with Partey and Azeez?
I'll probably play Azeez and Elneny, bro. Partey, rest them up, man.
Okay. So, what do you call it? Beyond the post, Natish, are you okay with Partey and Azeez?
Yeah, as I was saying, I would rather play a player who's going to be here next season. I don't even consider Danny Sabah part of our squad anymore. So
Okay.
I don't mind.
Done. Okay, I'm gonna start with you, Kirsten, and then Hassan, and then Ads. Question number one I have to ask is, who does Arsenal play on the left-hand side? You have a choice between Willian, Pepe, Martinelli, Aubameyang.
Pepe, because I'm
Nelson.
going to play Pepe because I
Pepe.
think that Martinelli should start up front. So I'm saying Pepe on the left.
Yeah.
Okay. Ads?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Pepe. Not just because Martinelli should play up front. I think Pepe is like the only spark of hope in the team at the moment.
On the left though, or on the right?
On the left.
On the left.
Okay. Hassan?
Yeah, I would agree, Pepe. I wouldn't start Willian because low block and his crosses. So Pepe is probably the only one that's probably gonna be your creative spark on the left side.
Yeah. I don't know who's that. Who's making that
I
noise?
know. I keep hearing that background noise as well. I don't know who it is.
Alright, 1 second. I'm just gonna mute. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Perfect. Now moving on to Cams. Cams, who you playing on the left?
Probably Martinelli.
Okay. Algerian Gunner?
I will play Pepe because the best performances we've seen from Pepe this season actually was on the left side. I don't know why Arteta is keeping playing him on the right side. I'll play
Uh-huh.
Pepe and as the other guy said, I would play Martinelli up front.
Okay, Sahal?
I might change it up. I might do Martinelli on the left.
Martinelli on the left. Okay. And then finally, Nitish, what's yours?
I think Arteta will play Willian on the left because he wants to rest Pepe. He may bring him on as a substitute and play him in the Europa League game again.
Oh my God. Okay. That would be a nightmare, and people would lose their shit. I'll tell you that. People are gonna lose their shit the moment they see Willian in the starting lineup. They're gonna lose their shit. But it makes sense realistically. He is the most closest thing to elect for like replacement, and Odegaard is not going to be fit for the next 2 games. So Odegaard, so you can't have Smith Rowe on the left. Okay, now who's going to play on the right? Is it going to be Saka, or are you guys resting Saka?
Saka's got to be
resting.
rested for me.
Resting.
But I don't know
Resting
who
Saka.
I'd put on the right. Who else do you have?
That's
Reece
why I
Nelson.
said put Pepe. That's why I'm putting Pepe on the right. I'm putting
I swear,
Martinelli on the left.
Wait, let's not go.
Pepe on the right.
Pepe on the right. Who?
Pepe on the right.
I think he may play
Reece
Aubameyang
Nelson.
on the right or something like that. Swap either players.
If he
Willian
plays
on the right, Aubameyang left.
No, Aubameyang doesn't even deserve to be in this team anymore.
He deserves to be dropped.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the team. He has let Arsenal down by a long shot. He's one of the best players. He's for me in terms of quality. He's one of the best players in the league, and he's setting low standards at the moment, and it's not good enough. So for me, I'd drop him.
Okay, so let's talk about it. There's certain people who are not playing this game, I don't think, and starting. Aubameyang's not starting for me. Eddie Nketiah obviously is not starting for me. Nelson's obviously not starting for me. I don't think Balogun is going to start. And
I doubt will be in the squad.
And I don't think Saka should start. I think Saka should be rested. I think Saka needs the rest. He needs the time. He just doesn't look fit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He's been in and out of games, very in and out of games at times. Very. I don't know who is Mike that is. I think it's Sahal's.
Bro.
Yeah. He's been in and out of games, very, very sluggish at times in the second half, and I don't know what is going on with him, but I think he needs to fix up.
With the Saka thing, this was always going to happen when he's playing game in, game out at 19 years old. You're going to get burnt out. It's what happens. He's tired. He looks lethargic now. Like, it's not exactly a hard thing to predict. It was always going to happen.
See, I don't understand one thing. You guys are saying that this game is not that important with respect to our season, and you're saying that Aubameyang will not be in the team. I get the feeling that this is a game where Aubameyang will be played. He'll be started because he's not going to be starting in the Europa League fixture. And Aubameyang on the left, Willian on the right. He will be playing all these players who are not going to be starting in the Europa League fixture. And the other thing is one thing. Just want to say,
Latish, he might start, but do you think he deserves to? Do you think he deserves to?
Aubameyang has to start the rookie.
Yeah, I think it's your audio.
No, I think it's
Egal, I'm gonna have to go, bro. I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, hold it down, Christian.
Every player has a bad season. Like I said, last season, the fans wanted him out. They wanted him gone. And he's playing better than Aubameyang this season. Now, Aubameyang is having a bad season. Whatever be the reason, his problems and everything that is surrounding it, the contract, everything. Everyone focuses on the contract. But a player can have a bad season.
Wait, no, I don't have no problem with Oba and what's called playing. My thing is, people have said he doesn't deserve it. For me, it should be Pepe it should be Martinelli on the left. You're gonna call me crazy. It should be Balogun up front, and the right should be Pepe. We need to give people that actually care, and we need to give people chances. And Martinelli deserves a chance. Balogun, okay, he looks like he's signing a new contract. We need to see what he can do. And Pepe, he deserves the chance to play in the game as well. I'm not playing Oba because he doesn't deserve the chance. He's been playing week in and week out and doing nothing. Yes, you're right. Laka has been better. But Laka, he's not been scoring goals either. So we need to try something new, man. We need to see what we got in these players like Martinelli, Balogun. and other players, young players. We need to give some young players a chance.
Are you gonna give Nelson a chance?
No, because we've seen him. We know where he is. Bellingham, we
Okay.
don't know where he is.
Okay. Cams, who's your
Yo,
front three?
bro.
And explain why.
I'll probably play Pepe, Martinelli, and Aubameyang because that's
Okay,
the front
so
three I
you're
want
playing
against
Pepe.
Slavia Prague.
You want Pepe, Martinelli, and Aubameyang. So Aubameyang up top, Pepe on the right, Martinelli on the left.
Yeah, because I want them to play the Europa League game as well.
Interesting.
I think that's what we should play.
Okay, I hear that. Ads,
Yo,
who's your front three?
Pepe, Saka, and then I would actually add Balogun into the team. And the reason I add Balogun into the team is one, he needs to actually have a game to prove himself properly. And for me, Sheffield, they are a very open team, so you guys could potentially break them just as easy as everyone else has this season with the pace from Balogun. And obviously, he's pretty physical for a teenager, so. For me, he'll be able to break through that defense pretty easily. So I'd use him as the number 9 in that game.
All right, thanks, man. Honestly, the audio on Sahal's thing was bad. I had to take you out. Ads, thanks for your time too. I'm just gonna take guys out one by one. If I could hear Nitish, what's your front three?
As I said, I think it's going to be Aubameyang on the left, Willian on the right, and it's going to be, I feel, maybe Lacazette will start at the center. Because I feel
God help us.
Arteta will want him to have some confidence ahead of the Europa League game, and Sheffield is a team that can give players confidence. Martinelli could be the first substitute if we need another attacking player, where Lacazette could be taken off or Aubameyang will be taken off.
Okay, I hear that. All right, Nitish, thanks for your time, bro. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Hassan, what are you saying?
It's a bit of a weird one because you could put anyone in there, but I don't know why. But I feel like Arteta will put Pepe on the left, Lacazette up front, and Willian on the right. For some reason, I just think that he might do something like that and rest up his key players.
Willian's gonna play tomorrow, guys.
I think he's either gonna play on the left or the right. I don't know
No,
which
he's
one.
gonna play tomorrow, definitely. Definitely, he's gonna play tomorrow.
I think it's gonna be Leno, Bellerin. I think it's gonna be Holding, right? That's gonna be the center back Holding. After Holding, it's gonna be a situation where you have to decide between Gabriel or Mari. I'm gonna pick Mari, right? Cedric on the left. I'm thinking Pate or Xhaka. Who's gonna be rested? I'm gonna rest Pate for El Neni. I'm gonna rest Pate for El Neni. Keep Xhaka in the team. I'm taking Saka out. I'm putting in Pepe. Okay. Odegaard's not starting, so I'm putting in ESR. Okay. On the left, I think Martinelli should play. I think Gabby should play on the left. And if Gabby's playing on the left, up top, this is where I have a choice between Aubameyang or Lacazette, and I'm gonna pick Aubameyang because I feel like he's my guy. So this is my team. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now so you guys can see it. This is my team that I'm going with. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Leno, right? Bellerin, Cedric as the left backs. Center back pairing of Pablo Mari on the left, Holding, right? Then you got midfield of Xhaka and El Neni. Okay, because you want like for like replacements. You don't want to change too many. You don't want the system to change too much, right? You have ESR playing in that Odegaard number 10 role. You have Gabriel Martinelli playing on the left. You have Aubameyang playing up top, right? And you have Pepe playing in the Saka role. And that to me sounds like the most realistic lineup. The most realistic lineup with the least amount of changes to still freshen up the squad, but not change it too much. So what I've done is I've dropped the two center backs. I've dropped one of the center backs, Gabriel, and I put in Mari. I've dropped Pate for Elneny. I've dropped Willian for Gabby. I've dropped Lacazette for Aubameyang, and I've dropped Saka for Pepe. And in that, I feel like that is the closest thing to the realistic lineup that we're going to see. And that's the team that I think we're going to see.
But again, doesn't starting Martinelli mean that Willian will start the second leg?
No, that means he could start Martinelli in the second leg.
But he's not doing it.
I think he's gonna play Willian instead of Martinelli and probably save him for the second leg.
No,
I think this is the most realistic lineup for me, guys. I don't know what you guys think, but this is the most realistic lineup.
Bro, he's not starting Martinelli in the Europa League. Trust me. It's the most important game of the season, and he's not starting him.
Man said, lucky Egal isn't manager because Arsenal would be rock bottom by now.
Nah, Egal would be better
this guy here says Leno, Bellerin, Holding, Mari, Cedric, Pate, Elneny, Smith Rowe, Pepe, Martinelli, Aubameyang. So he basically has the same team as me, but instead of Xhaka, he put Pate. That also makes sense. So instead of Xhaka, if we had to pick one of the two to rest between Xhaka and Pate, who would you rather rest? Xhaka or Pate?
Pate.
For me. It would be Pate, right?
Yeah.
Is it because he's played less games, or is it because he has not been fit? What is it?
I'm afraid injuries. It's gonna be a physical game tomorrow. Don't forget that, guys.
And then a 3-time Europa League winner.
Emery. 3-time.
Yeah. Okay. And manager comes. Martinelli won't be on our. What? I'm so confused. Please, fans, he won't.
He's trying to say that Martinelli won't be the next Thierry Henry.
No, he's trying to say he will be our savior.
Of course, if you don't give him,
I saw 0 goals from him. No, that's not true. Martinelli has played under Arteta. He played a lot of games under Arteta last year. And he has actually started in some big games. If you remember, he started in the Benfica tie. Am I mistaken? Last year
he didn't.
No, last year he started in the Benfica tie.
No, he never.
Yeah, he did.
I swear it all started with the Chelsea 2-2. That's where they all started.
Are you talking about the Olympiacos game last season?
Oh, Olympiacos. I'm sorry.
That's where he came off the bench, the second leg.
No, last year he started against Olympiacos. Not this year.
I think,
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Martinelli is going to be the talking point of every game for the remainder of the season. That's the thing. Everybody's always going to talk about Martinelli. Everyone's always going to talk about these guys. But it's funny how Reece Nelson was supposed to be better than all of these guys, and he's been absolutely frozen out of the team. I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
Yeah.
I think Eddie Nketiah is gone. I think Lacazette is gone. I think the fact that Balogun signed a contract, he knows that Eddie and Lacazette are going to be gone, and he's going to take Eddie's role next season.
Yeah.
And he's going to be starting all the Europa League games. But yeah, if we don't win against Sheffield United, no excuses. We absolutely are trash. But if we win convincingly, we can't get overexcited because we should be beating them convincingly anyways, right?
Yeah, but I should give us
absolutely
for the Europa League.
Anyways, guys, quick predictions before we go. Hassan?
I think it's going to be a 2-0 Arsenal. I see.
I have a good one, Hassan. Cams?
5-0.
Let's go. Arsenal, right?
Yeah, 5-0 Arsenal.
All right. Algerian Gunnar, what are you saying?
I said 3-1. We can keep a clean sheet, unfortunately.
All right, 3-1. All right, peace, Algerian Gunnar. And yo, I am going for the same score. I'm going for a 3-1 also. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win convincingly. But, you know, we're going to always end up conceding a goal because we just can't keep a clean sheet at this point. I'm going for a 3-1 victory. And you know what? Hopefully some of the guys who've been struggling to get on the goal sheet can get on the goal sheet and do something for us. But, yeah, big up to everybody. Catch you guys tomorrow for the watch-along. And stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're out of here.